Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. It's Jen, and this is going to be a pick a card reading for your love life for the next month. So I'm going to do something a little different. I will have 3 groups, so think about which group 1, 2, or 3. You can kind of look within your mind's eye. If you need something to focus on, why don't we say group 1 is this cacoxenite, group 2 is this rose quartz, and group 3 is this aventurine crystal. But I'm going to pull a card from 3 different decks for each of the group's readings. So we will get started with group 1. Okay, group 1, let's see what's going on here for the next month or so in your love life. Okay, I need to calm down. I'm trying to force something. Here we go. The minute I took a breath and I calmed down, the card came out. So that may have some significance for you. Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you're trying. Okay, that's too many. That one. Maybe you're, I don't know, almost holding on too tightly. Maybe you sense a breakup coming. I'm sorry to say that, group 1. This is just a message I'm getting. And so you kind of hold on a little tighter, and I think you'll realize that and kind of have this pause where you're like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I can't, like, you get this moment of almost zenness in the sense where you're just like, hey, I have to, I can't force this to happen. And I even see maybe thinking, and why am I forcing this to happen? I'm not happy right now. This is not happy. So why am I fighting to stay in a situation where I'm not happy? Okay, so let's look at the cards. Oh yeah, 10 of Swords, okay. Oh dear. Sorry, group 1. 6 of Pentacles. I don't know if this is too graphic. I'll put it down like that. Yeah, so the 10 of Winter for me, the 10 of Swords, is it's when that moment when you just say, that's it. That's enough. It doesn't have to be some big dramatic event, but it's like you just get another one of those texts from them or they just kind of ghost you or disappear for a while, or turn it around on you when you call them out on doing something. They turn around and, oh, you're just too sensitive, or you know what I mean. And I think one of them is going to hit you, and you may have this realization, you're like, wow, I've been dealing with that shit for too long. Like, what am I doing here? Why have I allowed this to go on? Like, I'm not happy. She's not happy. And also the realization that, oh my God, I could be meeting all these other people, but I've emptied my bowl. What are those books those kids have? Fill your own cup. It's not. But you have to fill your bucket. I think it's bucket. You keep giving this someone else, just draining your emotion and getting nothing replenished. They weren't putting drops. I almost said he. Sorry, I date men, so that's what I have in my brain when I think of someone I'm dating. They don't, or if they only put enough drops in your bucket just to keep you going, you know what I mean, or to get something, and we know what that something is potentially. Listen, look at me being all judgy, but well, let's read what the card says. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or a codependency. Yeah, the 10 is the end. It's when you're done. So what I see was really great about this, it makes so much sense with this card too, is you're done and you start to realize, wow, maybe I really put myself on hold for this person, or I kind of turned numb because they kept telling me I was too emotional or I was too sensitive or whatever. And I just became numb because otherwise I would have been hurt all the time. But now I have these, there's someone right here with this opportunity. And maybe it's someone that's been presenting this for a long time, but I don't know, you had friend zoned them or something. And now that you've been through a more difficult relationship or a couple of them or whatever, dealt with the dating world, you're looking at this person in a whole new light. They become a whole lot more attractive because there's nothing sexier than someone who treats you well, right? And you can be yourself with and doesn't do all those things. So no, you might not have that drama at first, but boy, you're going to feel safe and authentic with this person. And the Six of Pentacles is all about give and take. And I feel like the previous relationships were all about you giving and them taking. And so here you are, open to a relationship that's going to be much more, both parties are truly involved and are concerned about each other's well-being and needs and wants. It's no longer a one-sided relationship. It's a pentacle card here, so grounded, taking the time to get to know each other, slow. It's someone, see, there's this person watching, it's someone who's had their eye on you. Again, I think that their offer they feel like has been out there and you just haven't seen it because, I don't know, who knows? You've been focused, well, probably because you've been focused on this other person who hasn't treated you well. And sometimes these can be people a long time ago that you just haven't let go of because, I don't know, you had to figure something out. And I think that's what's being figured out. You're going to see things. You're just be like, oh my God, I see this so clearly. And it'll be like a light switch. Just once that, there's just no going back. It's cut off. Okay, so I'm getting if there's someone who you feel jealous around with a lot, I think that's because, sure, there's work we have to do on ourselves if we have a lot of jealousy, but for me, I haven't been jealous much, but the times I've been totally right about. They've been doing, shitty stuff, being disrespectful. So I think that's a good indicator of a red flag for you. If you feel, someone, I almost see you go out to dinner and maybe they leave you sitting at the table for a bit because they stop and chat with someone, and maybe it's another, it looks like someone they would date. So no more sitting around, no more waiting, no more feeling like second fiddle, no more, because there's someone who you are there. Look at this beautiful color coming out of here. You are their everything, and they will treat you so well. And there's a compatibility that you will have not experienced before that will really, really work for you. Okay, so that is group 1. Should I do some of those letters? I don't feel like it. We're just going to leave it at like lazy tarot reader. Okay, group 2. What time is group 2? Group 2. Whoops. I went to write the timestamp and I wrote 9:95. Not aware of that time. 9:45 for group 2. Okay, group 2. I'm going to pull a card from 3 different decks, and we're going to look at your love life here for the next. Okay. I can't see this happen with group one. I had to find myself saying, take your time, breathe, calm down, don't force it. Don't force it. Resist the urge to just sit around and monitor your phone waiting for a text. Keep doing things, going out with friends. Try not to solely focus on someone you're interested in or started dating or something. They're really saying you need to make sure you keep living, keep doing your thing. You don't need to be completely available. And it's not playing a game. It's if you've modified your behavior to try to be more available for someone. Like most times they want to do something. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just they're just saying make sure you keep your core routine. I don't think they mean abs, like your basic. Maybe you will step up your. Maybe you'll really concentrate on doing sit-ups or something. Maybe you're like, if I have to get naked with someone, I got to do something about this stomach. Although, as I know, because I have abs, but you have to get rid of the extra weight, which I'm working on. Yeah, stay your routine. Like part of your routine and the things you do are what they're attracted to about you. So if you stop them, I don't know, it might change. They might kind of be like, okay, do I really know? Like, I thought this person was really into going to the gym or really into this hobby or had this routine, and I don't know. Okay, I'm going to just stop talking about it because you got the point. Okay, group 2, first card. 7 of Pentacles. So this is patience, perseverance, just tending to things. So this is an interesting card because judging how long, whether you should wait or whether you've waited long enough, whether to be patient or you've been too patient, it's really obvious with certain. Oh my gosh. I wonder if you're to wait around for this person a lot, or maybe if you get late night calls from this person, you're trying to stay awake. All right, so that would obviously be a red flag if they tend to only show up, later in the evening or something. If you want something more, if that's what you want, then that's awesome. But if you plant a seed, it's pretty obvious. If it doesn't come out of the ground in a week or two, it's not going to grow. It's not. Or if it grows into a plant, but then you should be having, about how long you should start having vegetables appear or flowers appear or whatever. And if that's not happening, you're like, okay, it's not working. But of course, things like relationships and even jobs too, it can be hard to know, have I been patient enough or am I being too patient? And so it's really tough to gauge those. I guess one thing to think about is, are you happy with this arrangement? Or do you want more? And then if you looked at the timing, I mean, obviously, if you, things your tarot reader shouldn't say, oh, when they pull out the Tower card. I actually like the Tower card. So back to the 7 of Pentacles. I mean, obviously, if it's been a week and you're like, they haven't said I love you yet, you're not being patient enough. That's way too fast. But if it's in a reasonable time frame of when, and I mean, you could be an outlier, you don't have to be the norm, but um, still, if you're anxious about something or if it's been 2 years and they haven't said I loved you, what are we doing here? Um, but it's tough. So I feel like you're trying to figure something out. Should I give it more time? Or so the tower comes in and it's going to make this decision for you. So there will be no need to wait any longer, because in this next month or so, they will either maybe if it's a relationship and you're like, is this really the right one? They could, I hate to say this, but they could break up with you. Or you could break up with them, and maybe you've kind of put that off because you would be blowing things up, and you knew that you'd really be hurting their feelings, which is why you put it off, which is just put more time, more time go by, or they could be doing this to you, or you could hear this happening, and then okay, so I'm just getting something else just a minute. Um, so somehow that's going to be resolved. Um, then the other thing I got is this could be happening to someone else, and you've been waiting for, someone in that couple to be free. And you're I don't know, maybe you knew they were having trouble, and so you've been kind of waiting because you had a feeling it was going this way. But then you're like, what am I doing waiting for this person? And then I don't want to be a rebound or whatever, but I do think, I don't know, something that's been a long time coming in a lot of ways is going to um, be dealt with. It's going to declare itself. There's going to be a breakdown and a breakthrough and an opening up of things. There was some sort of restriction over your love life, and that will be blown wide open. So whether the tower could show you really clearly. Think of like a lightning strike in the middle of the night. It lights, I mean, it's like all of a sudden the sun got turned on for a minute and you just see. So it's like, it kind of gives you that little bit of a shock, that wake up call. Um, and then you see what's real, what's possible, and what's not, and what's sustainable and what's not, and are you really happy or not? And it kind of, someone here gets jilted out of complacency, I would say, which is good. Things are going to start moving forward. Okay, these are kind of sexy cards, but I'm not seeing any nips or anything. So I didn't even look at the card. I was making sure there wasn't too much nakedness. The wish card. Yeah. I feel like you were waiting on something, a situation, how you thought things would be, a certain person, and the universe is coming in and just shocking you out of that and saying, nope, come on, that's not the person of your dreams. That's not the person of your dreams. Oh my God, I'm going to put that down because there is nakedness. 2 of Cups. Here, we'll go like this. Boop. I don't know what my problem is right now. I'm being ridiculous. This is the ultimate love card. Wow. Okay, so group 2. This is a little bit of a tower moment, but that tower moment brings you the wish card and the 2 of Cups. The relationship of your dreams. Wow. You could have waited for this there's several different ways to read that. Something you've been waiting for is finally happening. Something you did, yeah, maybe someone you didn't think was available is available, or someone you always liked let you know they liked him. But sorry, I'm slipping into gender just from my point of view, so ignore me. The Tower, though, a realization. I mean, it could be a realization that um, you love someone, or someone telling you that as well. Like, look, I have a thing for you, and I can't not say anything anymore. This is a little steamy. I'm not gonna lie to you, group two. That's awesome. Quite the reading. Okay, we are going to move on to group three. What time are we at? Okay, group three. How are you? Group two had I don't know, had quite an interesting reading. So group three, we're going to pull one card from three different decks. See what's going on. See, I didn't get if I get any messages first. I saw a train station, so I don't know if some of you are going to visit someone. I don't use trains so much I guess the subway in the US, but it seems like more of a European setting. You may meet someone's grandmother or grandparent or family. Oh, she got two. Okay, let's look at the cards for group three. Six of Pentacles. So I really like this card for a relationship because it's about give and take, give and take. And I'm thinking of scales as they're trying to balance out. They're not necessarily always perfectly balanced, but there's give and take, there's back and forth, and they're supported. You know how the weights just kind of bounce back and forth on one of those scales, the scales of justice. And so that's showing me a balanced relationship. Again, not perfectly balanced all the time, but everyone being an active participant. I feel like almost every relationship I've been in, I don't know. I feel like I was. You're just gonna. It's like you hadn't realized it until this relationship or this person that you didn't have it before. Let's keep reading. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. So earth, 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 right? Lots of earth energy. This is slow and steady wins the race. This could be someone that you guys were in the friend zone, or someone you've known for a while, maybe you've worked with for a while, and all of a sudden you see them in a different light. This came up a little bit for group one, I think. And you're realizing how attractive, in fact, this is like an extension of group one, because I think they ended with the Six of Pentacles. Was that group? And now they're really slow and steady wins the race. Like there's nothing sexier than a person who really gets to know you, who treats you with respect, who they're just grounded, they're solid, they're dependable, they're not boring at all. They're there for you, and they add to your life. They don't just take and take. So that idea of give and take. So I think you're all of a sudden going to start realizing how attractive, um, dependable, and respectful people are. Let's see how, yeah, I'll have to lay these cards down. The Hanged Man. Oh, oh my God, I love this Two of Wands. Look at that scene. You know that scene? So it's not that there isn't any passion here. It just may have been a long time coming, or they take it slow. So, this intimate dinner out together, or it could be at home. I mean, I know we can't really go anywhere, and just you don't even know the rest of the restaurant or any surroundings are there because you're just so um, into each other and focused on each other and drawn to each other. Wow, steamy. So yeah, don't. It's almost saying don't um, equate dependability with being boring or not passionate or anything like that. Um, this person may very much be different in private than in public, and I don't mean that in a they change their personality. I mean, they may surprise you with how passionate they are. Yeah, and you may have I feel like you've overlooked this person, um, because you were maybe previously going for a certain look, or you were just, you're just drawn to a certain personality, but you're realizing this person has a lot of qualities and aspects of the personality. They just don't announce it. Like, you have to get to know them and develop a relationship with them to be able to really see that side of them, which is kind of sweet, and then kind of really, really passionate. And if you were to enter a romantic relationship with them, yeah, so they're a little bit, there may be someone you thought was a little bit quiet and maybe, I don't want to, dull or boring, but it's just that they save that for people that they're comfortable with, or that know them, or again that they're in a romantic relationship with. So I think you'll get more and more. I think you'll end up finding them more intriguing, because those other people, oh, they're really good looking, or they're really funny, um, but that was kind of it. like that's their whole thing, and the depth wasn't there. And this person's just going to have all this depth and layers, and um, so they're just going to keep you interested, because you just keep discovering these more and more interesting things about them. And as at the same time as you feel more and more comfortable and secure with them, because they're just solid. I do feel like the timing of this Knight of Pentacles is more how long it took you to get to the relationship, but I feel like you will, once kind of the declaration is made, it even looks, don't they kind of look alike? That is crazy. I mean, don't get hung up on the gender if you're looking for a woman, but they kind of look alike. I mean, it's like a different century, but um, yeah, the once you shift your brain and like, wait a minute, see this person in a different light, it's on. And you're just like, how did I not see this before? Oh my God. And the Hanged Man came out down here. I don't know, maybe it was, maybe part of it was delayed because of the pandemic. Um, that could be another way to look at it as well. and maybe you're able to get out safely and come together. But all right, so group 3, that is your reading. Take care.